Welcome to the channel, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. If you've never been here before, hit that subscribe button. Everybody else, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to talk about a New York State trooper that shot himself in the leg and then tried to blame it on a black man. Right? It happened about a year ago in October of 2024. The reason I'm bringing it up right now is he just accepted a plea bargain about 2 days ago. And for those of you that are not in New York and didn't hear about this case, it's important because there's a message behind this story. His name was Thomas Messia, and he was a New York State trooper. And as I said, on October 30th, 2024, he was on the side of the Southern State Parkway and he shot himself in the leg. And then he scattered some 22 bullets around, and then he called it in, and he said that a dark-skinned man with New Jersey plates pulled up next to him while he was parked and shot him. A massive manhunt ensued using a tremendous amount of resources, costing taxpayers a tremendous amount of money, endangered the lives of people who were really in need because all those resources were out looking for someone who allegedly shot a state trooper. This guy's name was Thomas Messia, 27 years old. He accepted a plea bargain about 48 hours ago to 6 months in jail. Insane. 6 months in jail, 5 years probation, and has to pay a fine of $290,000. May sound like a lot, but I'll tell you why that won't be a problem for him. First of all, let's go over what he was charged with. He was charged with falsifying a report, a felony. It's a felony to falsify a major incident. It can also be a misdemeanor, but when you falsify a major incident, it becomes a felony. That's falsely reporting an incident. He was also charged with tampering with physical evidence, which is a felony, and he was charged with official misconduct, which is a misdemeanor, an A misdemeanor. The A misdemeanor itself can carry 1 year in the county jail. That's for the lowest charge out of all three of the charges. The lowest charge can carry 1 year in jail, 8 months in the county jail. How does he get charged with two other felonies and end up with a total of 6 months in jail where he won't even do the 6 months? I guarantee you he doesn't even do the 6 months. He's probably going to do 3 to 4 months in the county jail and get out and be on probation. Right? So did this happen because he was a state trooper? Did this happen because he paid for a good attorney? Because Nassau County, where it happened, is happened in Nassau County. Nassau County has one of the highest conviction rates in the country. And they allowed this guy to get 6 months in jail for shooting himself and then falsifying the report. Let me show you the clip right here when he was getting wheeled out of the hospital before anybody found out this was a scam, before anybody found out he was a fraud, before anybody found out he was a liar. This state trooper who took an oath to protect and serve and uphold the Constitution, the people that many people believe are supposed to be good, moral, prudent people. Look at this clip of him coming out of the hospital in the wheelchair, allowing all the state troopers to stand at attention and applaud him for taking a bullet. All the people from the hospital staff that was applauding him, the state troopers that were applauding him, all the people that showed up. Check this out.
The New York State trooper shot and wounded on the Southern State Parkway, just about to be released, has been released from the hospital. There he is. This was the scene at Nassau University Medical Center, East Meadow, just moments ago. Look at the applause. Fellow troopers saluting and cheering as 27-year-old Thomas Messia left the hospital. On Wednesday night, he pulled over to help what he thought was a stranded motorist, but police say that driver opened fire, shot Trooper Messia in the leg. The gunman got away in a dark car that had temporary New Jersey license plates, and police are still looking for him.
How crazy is that? That he could actually sit there and allow that to transpire. Why wasn't he charged with unlawful use of a firearm as well? He took his service weapon, or he took a not a service weapon, he took a 22, which he shot himself, and then he went and got rid of it, and then went back and scattered the 22 bullets. This genius didn't realize that there was going to be a massive investigation when a state trooper is shot. I'm sure he would have allowed someone to be arrested. You think if they arrested someone, he was going and charged them with attempted murder of a state trooper, that this winner, this rocket scientist, was going to come forward and say, "Oh no, he didn't do it. I did it to myself." He would have allowed someone to go to prison for life. That's insanity. He blamed it on a dark-skinned man. That's what he said. He said a dark-skinned man pulled up next to him and shot him. Then when they go to his house, check this out. When they go to search his house, once they realize that something's fugazi here, something's not right, they go into his house, they find $1 million in cash. Where did $1 million in cash from? This guy's getting a salary of $100,000 a year. He had $1 million in cash in his house. He had steroids inside of his house. And he had illegal guns inside of his house. So his mother and his father, of course, he's living with mommy and daddy, probably in the basement, right? He lets his mommy and daddy go down for the illegal guns in the house. His father gets probation, and his mother walks away clean. But that $1 million in cash is very questionable. Do any of you just have $1 million cash laying around your house? That came from some type of corruption. That's my opinion. This guy was a lot more corrupt. He in 2022, 2 years earlier, he claimed that he was hit by someone while he was on the job in a hit and run, and they found out that that was bullshit. But they didn't really have enough evidence to prosecute him on it. So this was a pattern of behavior with this guy. He's saying that, or his lawyer said for him, that he did this, he shot himself to impress his girlfriend, that he wanted to impress his girlfriend, who's a nurse. Well, she got an order of protection against Thomas Messia. So he didn't impress her too much. He impressed her enough that she went and got an order of protection against him. This is a state trooper. This is insane. Imagine all the people that he arrested. Imagine all the people that he took the witness stand on. Right? This is why I teach. This is very important. This is why I grew up teaching my stepchildren not to respect anyone. And don't get that twisted, because let me explain, right? Respect is something you earn. It's not something you're owed. You have to earn respect. It's not like common courtesy. Common courtesy should be given to everyone by everyone. Please, pardon me, excuse me, thank you, you're welcome. Those are common courtesies. You hold the door open for someone. You don't hold the door open for someone because you respect them. You hold the door open for someone because you're giving them common courtesy. See, there's a difference between respect and common courtesy, right? So when you have this is what, and my point is that you can't just respect someone because they're a state trooper. You don't respect professions in this world, right? It's not what you do for, I always say this, it is not what you do for a living that counts. What counts is how you live, right? When you have priests, when you have judges, when you have lawyers, when you have doctors, when you have state troopers, when you have police officers raping women, committing crimes, stealing millions, committing assault, doing drugs, sleeping with prostitutes. They do all these things because people don't understand that even though they may have this title of rabbi, reverend, officer, they're still human beings. And you can't respect the profession. You have to learn about the person, and then you can respect the person. And so my point is that this guy took an oath, right, to save people, to come to people's aid, to defend people, and he only ends up with 6 months for all those crimes, Right? Let me show you him accepting the plea bargain right here. Check out this video of him accepting the plea bargain. Right? So,
and a former New York State trooper accused of making up a story that he was shot last year while on patrol has pleaded guilty. Thomas Messia, seen here earlier this month, acknowledged that he planned the shooting. He planted spent rounds on the Southern State Parkway on October 30th, 2024, then drove to Hempstead Lake Park and shot himself in the leg. Police have suggested Messia was looking for attention from an ex-girlfriend. He will receive 6 months in jail plus 5 years probation. Sentencing is set for August 20th.
It's obviously this guy was not the brightest bulb. You know, he's definitely got. And they say that they were using the mental health thing. He's got mental health problems. He didn't have mental health problems when he took the state troopers test. He didn't have mental health problems when he was trying to plan a fake shooting. I wonder if he had mental health problems when he got that $1 million in cash in his house. Right? And so what I need you to remember is that when a police officer is taking the stand in court against someone who is accused of a crime, do not automatically believe the police officer. Do not automatically believe the state trooper. Do not automatically believe the district attorney. Everyone's individual, and there's definitely some good ones. I'm telling you, don't automatically believe anyone. So that was this case. A lot of you, I know a lot of my viewers aren't in New York. You may not have even heard about that case. And so now you know. Now you know. I'll be putting up another video tomorrow. You guys have a wonderful night, and I'll talk to you later. Take care.